Yakutsk is not just a city, it is a test of human endurance. Located deep in Siberia, this frozen capital of the Sakha Republic is officially known as the coldest city on Earth. In winter, temperatures regularly fall below -50 degrees Celsius, and on extreme days, the air freezes at an unimaginable -64 degrees Celsius. Breathing hurts, metal burns skin, and even time itself seems to slow under layers of ice. Yet in this harsh environment, life does not merely survive, it thrives. Among the thousands who call Yakutsk home, one family stands out like a miracle against nature itself: the Pavlov family. With 22 children under one roof, their home is a world of its own, filled with warmth, discipline, laughter, and extraordinary resilience. While most families struggle with 2 or 3 children in normal climates, the Pavlovs raise their children where winter dominates nearly 9 months of the year and daylight disappears into endless polar nights. Every morning in Yakutsk begins with a battle against the cold. Windows are sealed with layers of insulation, heaters run constantly, and the family's day starts long before sunrise. For the Pavlov parents, preparation is everything. Clothes are chosen carefully: thermal layers, fur-lined boots, thick gloves, and scarves that cover nearly every inch of skin. A single mistake can mean frostbite within minutes. Inside the Pavlov household, however, the atmosphere is completely different from the frozen world outside. The house is alive with movement, children getting ready for school, younger ones learning at home, older siblings helping the younger ones dress and eat. Responsibility is shared, routines are strict, and cooperation is essential. In this home, family is not just a bond, it is a survival system. This is the story of how one extraordinary family turns the coldest city on Earth into a place of love, structure, and hope. In the coming parts, we will step deeper into their daily life, how they eat, study, work, celebrate, and survive in a land. In Yakutsk, morning begins long before sunlight appears. During winter, darkness dominates the city, and the cold settles deep into every surface. For the Pavlov family, mornings are built on discipline and preparation. In a place where temperatures can drop below -50 degrees Celsius, there is no room for carelessness. Every day starts with checking heat systems, warming the house, and preparing the family for the outside world. With 22 children, routine is essential. The parents wake first, ensuring the home remains warm through the night. Older children help younger siblings get ready, turning family life into a shared responsibility. Dressing is done layer by layer: thermal clothing, thick sweaters, insulated pants, heavy coats, fur-lined boots, gloves, and scarves tightly wrapped around faces. Even a small patch of exposed skin can lead to frostbite within minutes. Breakfast is simple but powerful. Warm food and hot tea provide the energy needed to face the cold. Talking is minimal. Focus matters more than noise. Before leaving, parents carefully check every child's clothing. In Yakutsk, protection from the cold is as important as education. Stepping outside is always a shock. The air feels heavy and sharp, instantly freezing breath and eyelashes. Streets are covered in snow, cars remain plugged into heaters, and buildings stand silent under layers of ice. Yet for the Pavlov children, this is normal life. They walk confidently, knowing how to move, breathe, and protect themselves. For this family, extreme cold does not stop life, it shapes it. Every successful morning is proof of their strength, unity, and deep understanding of the land they call home. Childhood in Yakutsk is unlike anywhere else in the world. For the Pavlov children, growing up means learning early that nature is powerful and unforgiving. School life continues even when temperatures plunge far below freezing, and education is treated with the same seriousness as survival. In this city, knowledge and discipline go hand in hand. School mornings are carefully planned. Children travel in groups, faces wrapped in scarves, eyes exposed just enough to see. Teachers and schools are prepared for the cold, with strict rules about outdoor exposure and safety. When temperatures drop to extreme levels, classes may be delayed or canceled, but on most winter days, learning continues. Yakutsk does not stop for the cold, it adapts to it. Inside classrooms, warmth replaces the frozen streets. Heavy coats are removed, frozen gloves are set aside, and children return to normal routines of reading, writing, and discussion. Despite the harsh environment outside, schools focus on creativity, culture, and resilience. Students learn local traditions, survival skills, and respect for nature alongside standard subjects. For the Pavlov family, education is a shared responsibility. Older children help younger siblings with homework, reinforcing strong family bonds. Evenings are often spent studying together, with parents guiding lessons and encouraging discipline. In a place where winter dominates life, learning becomes a tool for building a future beyond the cold. Yet childhood is not only about rules and responsibility. Pavlov children still laugh, play, and dream. Snow becomes a playground, and endurance becomes second nature. Growing up in Yakutsk teaches them strength, patience, and unity, qualities that will shape their lives forever. Here, childhood is forged in ice, but protected by family. In Yakutsk, food is more than comfort, it is survival. For the Pavlov family, feeding 22 children in the coldest city on earth requires planning, discipline, and deep knowledge of nutrition. Calories matter here, especially during winter, when the body burns energy simply to stay warm. Every meal is designed to provide strength, warmth, and balance. The family kitchen is the heart of the home. Large pots are constantly on the stove, filling the house with warmth and rich aromas. Traditional foods such as soups, meat dishes, porridge, bread, and tea dominate the table. Hot meals are essential, helping the body recover after hours spent in freezing temperatures. Cold food is rare, especially in winter, when warmth can make the difference between comfort and illness. Food storage in Yakutsk is unique. Nature itself becomes a freezer. Meat and fish are often stored outside, frozen solid by the air. Inside the Pavlov home, supplies are carefully organized to ensure nothing is wasted. With so many mouths to feed, efficiency is critical. Older children help with cooking and cleaning, learning responsibility and teamwork as part of daily life. Mealtimes are moments of connection. Despite busy schedules and strict routines, the family gathers whenever possible. Conversation returns, laughter fills the room, and stories from school and work are shared. These moments of warmth and togetherness balance the harsh reality outside. For the Pavlov family, food is not only about survival, it is about unity. In a city ruled by ice, shared meals become symbols of care, stability, and love, reminding everyone that even in extreme cold, family warmth can endure. In Yakutsk, clothing is not fashion, it is protection. For the Pavlov family, preparing for winter means treating every outfit as armor against extreme cold. When temperatures fall below -50 degrees Celsius, even a few minutes of exposure can be dangerous. The family relies on layers, traditional knowledge, and experience to stay safe. Winter clothing begins with thermal underwear designed to trap body heat. Over this, thick wool sweaters and insulated pants are added to block the cold air. The outer layer is the most important. Heavy coats, often lined with fur, built to resist wind and freezing temperatures. Fur-lined boots protect feet from the frozen ground, while thick gloves and mittens prevent heat loss through the hands. Traditional Yakut clothing plays a major role in survival. For hats cover ears completely, and scarves are wrapped tightly around faces, leaving only the eyes exposed. Natural materials such as reindeer and fox fur provide warmth, that modern fabrics often cannot match. These designs have been perfected over generations and remain essential in today's Yakutsk. For the Pavlov children, learning how to dress properly is a life skill taught from an early age. Parents carefully check every layer before anyone steps outside. Zippers, buttons, and ties must be secure. Mistakes are not ignored, because in Yakutsk, they can have serious consequences. Despite the weight and thickness of their clothing, the family moves with confidence. They know their gear, trust their preparation, and respect the environment. In a land ruled by ice, clothing becomes the difference between danger and safety, turning extreme cold into a challenge that can be faced and managed. Living in Yakutsk requires more than endurance, it demands stability. For the Pavlov family, supporting a household of 22 children in the coldest city on earth means careful financial planning and constant effort. Work is not simply a job here, it is a foundation that keeps the family safe, warm, and fed. Employment in Yakutsk is shaped by the climate. Many jobs operate around extreme weather conditions, and schedules must remain flexible during harsh winters. The Pavlov parents balance multiple responsibilities, combining steady income with family care. Every expense is considered carefully, from heating costs to winter clothing and food supplies. Waste is avoided, and budgeting is part of daily life. Inside the home, responsibility is shared. Older children contribute through household work, learning the value of effort and cooperation. This shared system reduces pressure on the parents and strengthens family unity. Everyone understands that survival in Yakutsk depends on teamwork. Local traditions and skills also play a role in income and support. Handcrafted items, seasonal work, and community connections help families remain stable. In a region where resources can be limited, mutual support among neighbors is essential. Yakutsk is not only a city, it is a network of people helping one another endure the cold. Despite the pressure, the Pavlov family maintains balance. Work is important, but it does not replace family time. Evenings are reserved for rest, conversation, and planning for the days ahead. In the coldest city on earth, stability comes from discipline, cooperation, and a deep commitment to family. In Yakutsk, survival is rarely an individual effort. The extreme cold has shaped a culture where community support is essential. For the Pavlov family, living in the coldest city on earth means relying not only on their own discipline, but also on strong connections with neighbors, friends, and relatives. During winter, people look out for one another. Neighbors help clear snow, check heating systems, and share supplies when needed. In temperatures that can drop below -50 degrees Celsius, ignoring a problem can be dangerous, so cooperation becomes a natural habit. The Pavlov family is well known in their area, and their large household is often supported by a network of caring people. Community gatherings still exist despite the climate. Festivals, cultural events, and family celebrations are held indoors, where warmth replaces the frozen streets. These moments allow children to socialize, learn traditions, and feel connected to a wider world beyond their home. Local customs and Yakut culture are passed down through storytelling, music, and shared meals. For the Pavlov children, growing up in such an environment teaches empathy and responsibility. They see firsthand how people depend on each other. Helping neighbors, respecting elders, and supporting friends are not just values, they are necessities. Trust and cooperation keep everyone safer. Yakutsk may appear isolated and harsh, but beneath the ice lies a strong social fabric. For families like the Pavlovs, community is another layer of protection against the cold. It provides emotional warmth, security, and the reassurance that no one faces the frozen world alone. Even in the harshest winters, life in Yakutsk is filled with moments of celebration. For the Pavlov family, Traditions and festivals are essential for maintaining joy and cultural identity. Winter may dominate the environment, but it does not diminish human spirit. Instead, it strengthens the value of gatherings, warmth, and shared experiences. Traditional Yakut festivals often revolve around food, music, and storytelling. Families gather indoors, where heated rooms protect them from temperatures below -50 degrees Celsius. Children participate in games, dances, and cultural rituals, learning the history and values of their community. Even in extreme cold, laughter and music fill the home, reminding everyone of life beyond survival. The Pavlovs also celebrate modern holidays, combining local customs with universal traditions. Birthdays, New Year, and religious celebrations bring everyone together, turning the family home into a hub of warmth and activity. Older children help organize, while younger ones enjoy the festivities. Each celebration reinforces family unity and teaches gratitude and joy, even in adversity. Food plays a central role. Special dishes are prepared to mark the occasion, often involving elaborate soups, meat, and baked goods. The aroma of cooking fills the house, blending with the warmth of radiators and stoves. The celebrations become moments of respite, allowing the family to recharge emotionally and physically. Through festivals and traditions, the Pavlov family teaches their children that Yakutsk may be the coldest city on earth, but it is also a place of love, culture, and resilience. Winter is not only a challenge, it is the backdrop for some of the most meaningful and memorable moments of life. In Yakutsk, maintaining health and safety is a daily priority. For the Pavlov family, protecting 22 children from the extreme cold requires constant vigilance, careful planning, and knowledge passed down through generations. Winter in the city is not just uncomfortable, it can be life-threatening, with temperatures regularly dropping below -50 degrees Celsius. Inside the home, warmth is meticulously maintained. Heating systems are monitored, windows and doors sealed, and clothing layers are checked multiple times a day. Parents pay close attention to signs of frostbite or hypothermia, and children are taught from an early age how to recognize and respond to cold-related dangers. Knowledge becomes a form of security. Medical care is prepared for in advance. The family keeps essential medicines, first aid supplies, and knowledge of emergency protocols. Even minor illnesses can become serious in harsh conditions, so prevention is key. Nutrition, hydration, and sleep are carefully managed, as the body burns more energy in extreme cold. Every meal, rest period, and activity is designed to support health. Outside the home, safety is equally critical. Streets are icy and unpredictable, and extreme wind chills can be deadly. The Pavlov children learn safe paths to school, the importance of moving continuously to stay warm, and the need for layered clothing. Community support also contributes to safety. Neighbors watch out for one another, providing early warning and assistance when needed. Through vigilance, planning, and education, the Pavlov family ensures that life in Yakutsk is not only possible, but sustainable. In a city dominated by ice, health and safety are intertwined with discipline, cooperation, and the deep care of family members for one another. The story of the Pavlov family is not only about surviving extreme cold, it is about creating a legacy of resilience, unity, and hope. In Yakutsk, the coldest city on earth, daily life is a test of endurance, but it also teaches profound life lessons about family, responsibility, and community. Each child learns that survival depends not on isolation, but on cooperation, discipline, and care for others. The family structure transforms challenges into strengths. Older children mentor the younger ones, teaching them how to dress, walk, and navigate the frozen city safely. Parents instill values of perseverance, planning, and respect for nature. Every shared meal, every morning routine, and every celebration reinforces bonds that protect the family emotionally as well as physically. Beyond the home, the Pavlov family's life demonstrates that extreme conditions do not diminish human spirit. Community connections, cultural traditions, and shared responsibilities create a support system that allows everyone to thrive. The children grow up not only resilient to cold, but resilient to life itself, aware of challenges, yet confident in their abilities. In Yakutsk, winter lasts most of the year, but the warmth of family and the lessons of endurance create a different kind of environment, one where hope, love, and unity define life more than ice and frost. The Pavlov family's story reminds us that even in the harshest conditions, humans can build joy, stability, and a lasting legacy for generations to come. Their home is not just a shelter from the cold, it is a school of life, a hub of culture, and a symbol of what can be achieved through courage, care, and unwavering togetherness. From the first frost to the long winter nights, the Pavlov family proves that resilience is not just surviving, it is thriving.